afternoon. It is it Saturday the 5th of December today?
I think it is, yeah, it's the 5th.
Saturday the 5th of December.
Yes.
So it's Saturday the 5th of December. We are around our kitchen table. Oh, what do you want to say, Samuel?
This week we are going to be making 15s.
Yes, and do you like 15s?
I would like them better if they didn't have cherries.
Do you like 15s, Micah? No.
No.
So anyway,
there
we're
we
gonna
go.
make some 15s, but neither of these boys like them. You might notice that there's a few of us
I
missing.
sort of like them.
You sort of like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you might notice that there are a few of us missing today. So we only have 2 out of 4 boys around the table, and that's because we have had a little bit of an unexpected week. So we have an unexpected, well, it's kind of unexpected. It was probably bound to happen at some stage, but Timothy is currently self-isolating because he's been identified as a close contact of somebody who had COVID. And Ethan decided to waken up at about 6 o'clock this morning and cough for a good wee while. So Ethan had a COVID test this morning as well. So we're just waiting for the results of that.
Why'd you get the test so quickly?
I got the test very quickly. It was great. I went onto the site at 6 a.m. this morning and had a test by 9:30. So there you have it. So hopefully Ethan has just got a cold, but yeah, it's been a bit unexpected, and because of that, you'll see behind me we have these boxes which have lots of 15 ingredients that we were going to deliver to some of the families in our church and some of our parent and toddler families, and sadly, because we had to stay in the house all day, we haven't been able to do that.
No,
So yes, Michael wants to keep them. So we have had a little bit of an unexpected week, or an unexpected few days. And yeah, Samuel has already told you that we're going to make some 15s today, and this is where I'm going to make a confession. I had never made 15s until I made some last night. So have you ever made 15s?
It might have, maybe, I can't remember. Maybe with Mum, ages ago.
I suppose I might have when I was a child. I don't remember ever making 15s.
We made 15s. Me and Micah have made 15s.
Oh.
Only we made them with small marshmallows.
Where did you make them?
The thingy, the worship thingy.
Messy Church?
No.
No?
The big thing.
A Global Vision
Oh, a Global Vision.
or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you two have made 15, so you are the experts. But I think what we're going to do, if you are joining in with making 15s, we are just going to get started, and we're going to actually make them. And while we're making them, well, I was saying we, but actually Ross and it looks like
I
Ross,
get to make
Ross
the
and Samuel are
15s.
making the 15s.
I want to be the one that what is the digestive.
Yeah. So we're gonna kind of chat a little bit while we make them. So we'll chat a little bit while we make the 15s. And one of the reasons,
The thing about 15s, just in case you never were aware, is that lots of the ingredients, there's 15 of them. So we're going to count 15 digestives.
do you want to
Okay.
do that first?
I'll put them.
I
I'll
got-
eat everything.
1,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
that's
8,
2.
10.
11,
12.
12.
We're having 12s today. No, we're
Yeah.
not. We're not. So keep going.
So one of the other reasons why Ross is making 15s is that what nearly always happens when I bake.
14.
Something
No,
goes
it's
wrong.
15.
Something nearly always goes wrong when I
I
bake.
don't know.
It's true.
Oh, like stuff when your cake collapses.
Yeah, like when my cake collapses and things like that. So yes, another good reason why Ross is making 15s, because he is much more precise than me. And while there, oh, that's some good crushing going on there. While we're doing a bit of crushing, we're going to start with a question for everyone. So if you are watching this around your table, maybe it's Saturday afternoon, maybe it's a different time of the week, who knows? But if you are watching it with people around your table, take some time to answer this question. You're going to have 60 seconds. So Ross is actually multitasking. He is putting slides up and making 15.
Well, at the moment,
It's incredible.
Samuel's doing.
But
Yeah.
your voice will go as soon as I press the button.
Yeah,
So are you
so
ready? Right.
Take a minute to answer the question that's going to turn up on screen. Okay,
There we
so
go.
we did do a little bit of chatting, although it was very loud because there was lots of biscuit
Lots of
crushing
things going on.
going on at the same time. So we might have been a little bit distracted. So
Do you know,
let's
while you're
see.
doing that, Samuel, I'm going to start cutting up marshmallows.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
You cut the marshmallows. So what kind of things did we say in our, maybe stop, do you know what?
Roll,
you could do
buddy,
it like
roll.
this.
Yeah.
I'll
No.
do it now.
Like this. And
Yes,
then
no,
it'll be
no,
down.
no, I'm doing it, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
The marshmallows?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry for the fussling
That's,
noises.
that's okay.
do you know what?
Should have put these
I-
in the bowl.
I
before.
tried.
I
Nope,
was
nope.
able to hold two.
Can I have number 16?
No, your fingernails are too long.
We
I
need
would-
15 marshmallows, but you can give me one more.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
One more. Yes,
Oh,
we
did
got
I
it.
pull out two stuck together? Oh
No!
no.
Okay, this could be interesting. It probably would have been even more crazy if there had been all 4 boys around the table. Oh, what about me?
Oh, you're talking.
Okay.
You can't possibly do
Right,
that.
so we were talking about if we were going to meet a king, what would we expect them to be like? Micah, what did you say?
I said that I expect them to be nice, but probably they'd be really used to getting their own way as well.
Really used to getting their own way. Samuel, you had some interesting answers.
He would have lots of gold and be laden with precious jewels and be surrounded by guards.
Surrounded by
That was
guards.
Daddy
Interesting.
said they would be surrounded by guards.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else you can think of about what you
Lot
would
of
expect them to be like?
Pump
Yeah.
and like I was thinking, I keep seeing the
Mhm.
trailer for The Crown. I'm thinking of when we were in, our family went to London a week or two before Charles and Diana were married,
Uh-huh.
and they'd had a dry run of the wedding kind of pomp
Mm-hmm.
with all of the guards and carriages and and the bands and everything else. So it was a big deal whenever
Yeah.
a royal was coming to town.
Yeah. Did you get close?
No, because it was
Yeah.
a rehearsal. There was
Yeah.
nobody there. But we couldn't have. Even if they had been there, there were crash barriers up. We couldn't have got. Wouldn't have been able to get to them.
Yeah. So you often don't get very
Right, that's enough.
very
background.
close to a king.
I know what this question is all about now.
Do you?
I figured it out.
Micah says
I'm
he's
not
figured
gonna
it all.
say.
He's
I'm not
figured
gonna
it
say.
all out. So he has. What do you think these 15s are going to be like when they're ready?
I'll probably eat one. Save cherries to them.
You're not going to eat
Aw.
There's so much nice stuff in it, but then the cherries.
You think the cherries
That's the
real?
thing. See, I quite like a cherry in a 15, I have to say. But there you go. I'm looking
I
forward to
remember
getting
not
this.
liking
I
it.
agree with
I
Micah.
remember not liking it. I might like it now though. So I would have a small one and see if I liked it. And if
You
I
might
did,
be
I would eat
surprised.
loads of them.
Although we're not going to eat these ones because we actually have the ones that I made last night, which probably aren't going to have turned out properly. But anyway, so we're going to read a passage from the Jesus Storybook Bible, which I think Ross is going to put up on
am
the
I?
screen with his sticky marshmallow
Wow.
fingers. Yep.
Give that a go.
There we go. Would either of you like to read it?
Yes.
Micah's going to read it. Micah, could you scoot up here? I know actually people can't see you at the minute anyway, but I think if you were closer to us, you might be able to read more loudly. So, we'll read this.
Is this like... This is...
So read these two. Read the whole passage again, but the bit that we're focusing on is up on the screen. Read the whole passage nice and loudly.
Dear little flock, you're all wandering away from me like sheep in an open field. You've always been running away from me, and now you're lost. You can't find your way back. But I can't stop loving you. I will come to find you. So I am sending you a shepherd to look after you and love you, to carry you home to me. You've been stumbling around like people in a dark room, but into the darkness a bright light will shine. It will chase away all the shadows like sunshine. A little baby will be born, a royal son. His mummy will be a young girl who doesn't have a husband. His name will be Emmanuel, which means God has come to live with us. He is one of King David's children's children, the Prince of Peace. Yes, someone is going to come and rescue you, but he won't be who anyone expects. He will be a king, but he won't live in a palace, and he won't have lots of money. He will be poor and he will be a servant. But this king will heal the whole world. He will be a hero. He will fight for his people and rescue them from their enemies. But he won't have big armies and he won't fight with swords. He will make the blind see. He will make the lame leap like deer. He will make everything the way it was always meant to be. But people will hate him and they won't listen to him. He will be like a lamb. He will suffer and die. It's the secret rescue plan we made from before the beginning of the world. It's the only way to get you back. But he won't stay dead. I will make him alive again. And one day when he comes back to rule forever, the mountains and trees will dance and sing for joy. The earth will shout out loud. His fame will fill the whole earth as the waters cover the sea. Everything sad will come untrue. Even death is going to die, and he will wipe away every tear from every eye. Yes, the rescuer will come. Look for him. Watch for him. Wait for him. He will come. I promise.
Thank you, Micah.
Yeah, well done.
Thanks for reading.
That's enough. I'm done with
We
that.
have
Thank you.
an Ethan visitor somewhere. Oh, Micah, are you leaving us?
No,
People
Daddy,
just got to see you.
Back
Okay.
into the bowl.
We're done with that.
So we're.
Daddy,
What are you trying to
it's
show
like a
us?
vein did burst.
We've all got lots of cat scratches all over our hands because we got a
saying
kitten.
earlier, the vein might burst.
Right, how are we getting on?
Right, we're just.
Where are we at
put
with the 15s?
Why don't we throw them the cat?
No, we're not going to show
No.
the cat right now.
Right, we are at the pot where we pour in the digestive.
You're talking with your mouth full
No.
now. That's enough. I'll stick it away from you.
Marshmallow.
Where'd you get more marshmallow from?
We are at the ad with the cherries. Do you chop up cherries? Do you cut cherries?
I
Cut them
think
in
so.
Cut
Samuel
the
says cut them
Cut
in
them in
half.
half. Okay.
No, cut them
Yeah.
in more than half.
How many have you got there, Samuel?
Actually, no, you cut them in quarters.
Are you counting or not?
6, 7, 8,
1, 2, 3,
got
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
9, 10,
9, 10,
11,
11,
Mm.
12, 13, 14, 15.
Okay.
15.
Face away
Do you know,
from them.
I
Good
really don't
boy.
like cherries either. Do you know, I think that's probably why I have never really made 15s. Because I just don't really like.
Yeah.
Why
I
can't
don't
we
like
make
cherries.
them with cherries?
So, so I'm somebody. Laura Griffith here says mini marshmallows are the way to go with 15s. Saves all the sticky cutting up, and also if you aren't so fond of a cherry, jelly babies work.
Ooh, jelly babies.
We should have made them with jelly babies.
You should have.
Oh.
We should have made them with jelly babies. We should have thought of that, shouldn't we?
We never said this.
This is, although I have to say, like, it's quite therapeutic when you've got a good pair of scissors, to do this.
So you're quite enjoying that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah, so we're kind of, I don't know, we're maybe about halfway through making the 15s. I don't know if any of you who are watching this now or later or at any time are making 15s around your table, whether that is proving to be an interesting experience. I think if all four of us had been in, all four of the boys had been in here, it could have been. Why are we? Why are we making 15s? We just thought it would be nice to make something. Because we're trying to do a different activity every week. So this week we're making 15s.
Yep.
So yeah, we were talking.
Don't talk over your mommy.
Yeah, would you
Okay.
like to have opened the tin?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You've already got to know something.
Yeah.
Right.
Looking at these boys
Watch
making this
the-
milk.
Sure. The blue
Look,
line.
this is why Ross bakes. This is why I asked Ross to do it. He has put a line on the measuring jug so
Buddy.
that he can see really easily.
I don't know if you can see this. Samuel just poured it over his fingers. There we go. Good man.
What's happened, Ethan?
Ethan,
Boys off.
it turned off, did it, Ethan?
Should I
Okay.
turn it back on?
You're gonna have to go and wash your hands now. Okay.
Okay, you go wash your hands while we
Micah,
talk
it
about
won't work.
this.
He pulled it.
Buddy, Micah, that's not the problem.
Oh, here's more news. Maltesers also work as a replacement for cherries. So there you have
You're
it.
getting
So,
all the news.
do you know what? If you were in our house this
And we
afternoon,
have multi-gods.
Uh-huh.
you would be experiencing our children
That should
walking
be
in
on
and
now,
out and
Ethan, go
fighting and all of that. So hopefully Mickey Mouse Clubhouse is back on and Ethan has gone back to Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. I'm just going to read some of these words again. Some of the words. Uh-oh.
It turned off now.
It's on now.
No, it's not.
Is the television on or off at the moment?
It's off. The television is off.
Oh, I see. That's
It's great fun.
unfortunate.
Yeah. Okay.
No children in the room.
No children, just us left. Oh, Samuel's
Here,
back.
Samuel, grab me a wooden spoon, please.
Oh, good point. So I'm gonna try and read a little bit of this Bible passage again. He will be a king, but he won't live in a palace, and he won't have lots of money. He will be poor and he will be a servant, but this king will heal the whole world. He will be a hero. He will fight for his people and rescue them from their enemies. But he won't have big armies, and he won't fight with swords. He will make the blind see. He will make the lame leap like deer. He will make everything the way it was always meant to be. But people will hate him, and they won't listen to him. He will be like a lamb. He will suffer and die. So we're talking about kings today. So far, we're talking about if we were going to meet a king, what would we expect a king to look like? And this talks about Jesus. It talks about how Jesus was going to be a king and was a king, but that he wasn't what people expected him to be like. So I think you need to go and sort the TV. Ross.
And when you press the channel button on the controller,
Uh-huh.
when
Okay,
the
it's okay.
signal on it
Ross is
changes,
gonna sort the
whole
TV
thing
out.
goes wrong.
Yeah. 1, 2, good. Just step out of the way. Step out of the way. Good.
So that's 4 people.
Right, keep stirring. Samuel, I think did you miss some of those ideas about you can actually make 15s with Maltesers instead of
I
cherries?
just think we have Maltesers.
We did have Maltesers. Yeah, we did.
Where's Samuel getting the stuff he's eating from?
I don't know. I think Samuel really loves marshmallows.
I've only had one.
Yeah, I think
Why
he
are you
just
still eating it?
I think he just kept it there for
I
a
just
very long
finished.
time. Yep.
Maybe I could have got another one.
Marshmallows as well.
I'm going to wait until Ross comes back for the next bit because he has to put up a question. So chat amongst yourselves or make your 15s, but we will not be very long. You might notice because of our unexpected few days, if our few days had gone to plan, there would have been some Christmas decorations in our kitchen. But we haven't managed to get as far as getting our Christmas decorations down from the roof space. So yeah, right, Ross is back.
Back.
So the
Thanks,
cane
Micah.
the cane that we talked about earlier, what we'd expect a cane to be like, was a bit different from the way that Jesus is described in this passage. And when Jesus came as a baby, he wasn't the king that God's people expected. And when he grew up, he acted differently than a king would be expected to act. And he got really close to people, and he walked with his disciples, and he healed people, and he set people free. He didn't fight people. He was a different kind of king. He was an unexpected kind of king. And the Jesus that we're going to meet this Christmas is not a distant king. He's a king who wants to be close to us and wants the best for us. So he's described in the Bible as the King of Kings. He wasn't the king that was expected. And we're going to take another few minutes around your own tables to answer a few more questions while we keep making our
I just have to
15s.
get the greaseproof paper and or cling film, it actually says, and then we'll just squish it all together.
Yeah. Could you put up our next question, Ross?
I could. See you soon. And here, the timer always starts at 5 minutes, and then I drop it down. I can't work out how to do that.
It's
a
meant to
different way.
be. It's meant to be about 2 minutes this time.
It'll be about
It'll
2 minutes.
minutes.
That's it. Of course, having talked about the counter, then it just didn't appear that time. So there you go. No counter.
Well, here you haven't read the instructions.
Oh, thank you. I did read them, and then I forgot.
From my vast experience of making 15s.
You are the 15s expert
I'm
in
the
this house,
15
Catherine.
queen
I'm the
after having
15s
made them
expert.
once last night.
I'm the 15's expert.
That could be it, Sam. It could be.
It's coconut. Do you know what I think? I think that coconut is a bit finer than the coconut's meant to be. You'll discover that when we have a look at the ones we made last night. Yeah, so what were we talking about? I can't see the questions anymore. What is different about King Jesus? What did we
What
say?
did we say? Samuel says his guards would be born
He can draw a piece of bread out of there and then put some coconut on it to make it into a nice finger.
Yeah.
There's not very many sensible
Samuel said
answers
he's
today.
a good king.
Samuel
That's
said
better.
he's a good
A good
king.
king.
That
He's
was
better.
Samuel's closing answer, that he's a good king, which was also the answer to why he would, which king he would prefer to meet. He said he would prefer to meet Jesus because Jesus is a good king. You think of anything else that we said?
Jesus' gods will be donkeys and sheep.
Jesus' guards will be donkeys and sheep. Lots of sensible answers.
Yeah. What was it?
But that's
He wouldn't be really used to getting his own way.
Yeah.
And might do something somebody else said.
Mhm.
Instead of
Yeah.
being just like,
What
do you do? Anything you say, I do what I want.
Yeah.
Well, you don't actually do it.
So, I think he's making it into an ice finger 15.
Biggie, an ice finger. Samuel's very fond of ice fingers. You know those bread rolls that have coconut on them.
I don't fond of anything.
Yes, you like them too.
Just people say, Samuel phone,
Samuel spoke about it, buddy.
Yeah, so not good at staying on topic this week. But I think if you're making 15s around your table, you'll probably be finding it hard to stay on topic too. But yeah, Jesus is a different kind of king. Jesus is a good king. At Christmas, we think about Jesus coming to live amongst us. And I suppose we just hope and pray that we will meet with Jesus this Christmas, that we'll meet with Jesus, who is
No,
the
he's
good
making
king.
up the gas.
Um,
No, he's
yeah.
making up the gas.
And the
Maybe
thing
not.
about it is that he's not the king in the way that we would expect, and he probably isn't even going to meet with us in the way that we would expect this Christmas. But our prayer is that we will meet with Jesus this Christmas. The annoying things about 15s is that you can't eat them immediately. You have to put them in the fridge and come back and eat them later. Although you could just sort of tuck into it now before it sets.
Samuel.
It'll be a dessert then.
Yeah.
I think that's what.
But thankfully we made some earlier. No, don't fill it. So as I said, I have never made these before. When I was making them last night, they weren't sticking together very well. I also discovered that when you've only just taken them out of the fridge, they're really quite hard. So I don't know if these 15s are going to cut at all. So
Do you want to give it a try?
give it a try.
Okay.
See what happens.
Well, see what you mean about the
Ice finger.
The coconut.
coconut.
So I used
Well, here, we'll
half.
shake it off.
I used half as much coconut as you were meant to use.
So nice.
Do you think they look nice?
It looks nice.
But you don't want to eat it because of the cherries, is that right?
I would have a little bit.
Oh, you have a little bit.
And if I like it,
Here you go,
no,
Micah.
I'll have
You want to try it? Oh, you want to try that bit?
The marshmallow looks sort of weird.
There we go,
cherries
this one
now.
for you.
Where's the cherry?
Look at that.
It's green?
Green cherries?
cherry. Oh,
You
you
can
can't
get
get
green
green
cherries, yeah.
cherries. That's
No,
true.
it's actually green. Why is it green?
I
I'll
don't know.
show her.
Taste it and see. Taste it and see.
Laura Griffith, what do you think that is?
Green thing?
It's not a green jelly, baby. Does anyone know what it is?
It's mint.
It's mint.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
I taste it. It's mint.
Yeah. Is that what you were expecting, Micah?
No.
No. Micah's just clicked on the
Mine.
whole point of
I have
everything.
clicked. I clicked earlier, but I
Uh-huh.
didn't click on the point that the reason there was mint in it.
Yeah.
Do you not like chocolates or no?
Have you worked out what this is yet?
It's
Taste
not
it.
chocolate.
It is chocolate.
It's not chocolate.
It is. Put it in your mouth and taste it. It is
It's
not cherry.
chocolate. It's cherry,
No, it's not.
not chocolate.
Do you think we should give away the secret as to what it
I think we
actually
should,
is?
yeah.
Have you guessed?
I don't really
not chocolate.
So we actually did not put cherries in our batch of 15s last night. We put mint Aero bubbles in our
Aero?
15s.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
eating them now.
I don't think we are.
So yeah, that was that what you were expecting to find in your 15s today? No. Yeah, so you can see the
Oh! I see.
link. Tell us, Samuel.
Tell us, Samuel.
Tell us.
So what I was expecting was something with cherries.
Uh-huh.
But it was different.
Yeah.
Like Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. So Jesus was different, was a different kind of king to what people were expecting. And that is very well spotted.
Thank you,
Samuel.
Samuel.
Thank you for summarising our point for the day. Yeah, so yeah, I suppose we just hope that we will all meet with Jesus this Christmas time. That it's a slightly different Christmas, but that in the middle of that, that we will meet with Jesus, who is the King, and who is a good King. And what we're going to do now, it's going to be pretty easy. We're going to just be quiet and pray for a moment, and maybe just in the silence say the names of people who we would like to meet with Jesus over Christmas. And it might be yourself, and that's okay. So if you would like to meet with Jesus over Christmas, you can say, you're looking very confused.
Do I have to say it, Lord?
No, we're not saying
No,
it out
in
loud.
your
We're
heads,
saying it
in your
in
heads.
our heads. So if you think, do you know, I really like to meet with Jesus, you can say your own name. But if there are other people who you think, I know someone, and I would just love them to meet with Jesus, who is the good King this Christmas, then say that name in your head, and then we will close the prayer. I haven't had any 15s yet, so I'm very keen
You're going to
to.
do that while you're
I'm very
silently
keen
praying,
to
Catherine.
finish. While I'm silently praying, I can eat some.
I'll give you half.
Yeah, half will do. So let's take a moment to be silent and just to say the names of people in your head who you would like to meet with Jesus, which might be you, or hopefully is you. I know I want to meet with Jesus this Christmas. And then Ross is going to finish with a prayer.
God, thank you for being able to make 15s today. Thank you for the fun of baking, of making things, and of heading towards Christmas as well. And Lord, we just pray the first people to meet you, Jesus, were unexpected people as well. And I pray that even if we might feel like we're unexpected people, like not really good enough to meet the King Jesus, that actually you would help us to know that you have come so that we could all meet with you, so that all the world could meet with you and could know your love, could grow in your love, and could share your love with everybody else. So please help us to meet with you this Christmas, this Advent season. Please help us to share your love with other people that we meet and know. Please help us to be more like you, Jesus, as well. Amen.
Amen. Do you know, we're going to have a lot of 15s to eat, although I think actually one of the unexpected consequences of this is that Ross is going to get to eat this whole batch of 15s.
Of cherries.
Because nobody else in the family likes cherries. So, or maybe, I mean, I don't know if you've made 15s, obviously bearing in mind hygiene and all of that. Maybe we will share our 15s with someone else. And if you're watching and you would like, we actually didn't use our colouring sheets at all this week.
Well, thank you, Suzanne, for
yeah,
making our lovely sheets.
We didn't use our sheets because we were too busy making 15s, but we will do
Timothy
that.
and Ethan would have been coloring.
Yeah, they
Oh,
probably would.
totally. A green jelly.
Yeah, but we will try, to those of you who are connected to the Church Parent and Toddler group, we will try and get you your ingredients at some stage. If not, we're going to be making a lot of 15s. And if you would like any help with getting anything that you need for the rest of the weeks ahead, and we can get it to you, just let us know. But
This
thanks
man
for...
will eat all of the 50.
Yeah. So thank you for joining in this afternoon. Thank you for joining us in the best way that we can around our table, and we look forward to the day when we can do that in person. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.